One phone call, get it dead start. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Bring the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Bring the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Not a day in my life. switch, now the day in my life. You know me, my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs.
Well, Coach, this is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 20. Yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mighty, yellow lady, 54. Watch the blood.
Breeze now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on. That one, it's second down.
On the deep ball. He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Watch the shit. Run. Hey, easy.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm coming. 6 down. Check 6. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Come on. Safety screen. 56 at the mic.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They're running it.
2nd and 6. Open man is Higgins. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on, Shaq. Read. And let's get this. Alert 3. Check 4.
1st down, the run with Lynch. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
47, Mike 47. Cut. Check.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This will be taken about the 12, and he's going to be out of... bounds on the return way back at the 11.
They're on the 11-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready, tackle.
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Smooth.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We want it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They run. Lynch looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We go 21.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd down now. It's Williams, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
25 yards that time. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Breeze. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Lynch. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. That's caught. It's Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. On down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll go with the keeper. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Saints have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Check nickel. Hey, watch it.
Back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Ready? Y'all waiting? Get the mic. You don't want 11.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
13. That's got to be a 9.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Check, 47. Zoom. Ricky. Shift.
On first down, Lynch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
3 down.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Check 37. Check. Go. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
They begin the drive with Williams. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Lynch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll look to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Pull it high. Hey, Delta.
2nd and 3. And it's caught. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case,
rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Opposite. Hey, exit.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
47's the mic.
On first down, Gordon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Man, I got you.
Operating from the gun. Gordon going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And he comes back with one complete. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Three down. That's 7-5. Switch. Watch twins.
From the gun, Gordon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
You don't want it. Hey, check 24. Watch twist. Watch it.
Throwing on first down. Gordon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We're good, we're good. I'm forward, ready. Hey, box truck, box truck.
58 is the mic. Watch the slant. And 58 is the mic. Go 58.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Gordon. That'll be complete to Breida. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, check, front down.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and the Bears get a bit closer. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready? 5-9.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.